So hello again everybody. In today's episode of What's in the Box, what we're going to be looking at is the brand new, just released 1/35th scale TACOM Kraz Russian 260 heavy truck. So it's a 6x6. I think this thing's a 2 or 3 ton truck. Awesome kit. I think you guys are going to love it. So let's take a look. All right guys, here we go. Let's start with the box before we get into the interior and the plastic. I love this two-tone modern Russian scheme. That has the old Soviet emblem on it, so I guess this goes back as far as at least the more recent Cold War. But very sleek, modern Kraz Russian truck design. This is kit number 2016, and of course it's 1/35th scale, heavy truck. Says detailed static display, plastic model. The chassis structure be carefully reproduced exactly. All the wheels are movable. Front wheels can be steered. All doors can be built in the open and closed position. Completed engine structure, 4 types of markings, and photo etch and clear parts, of course, are also included with this kit. And on the side panel of the box, we have some pictures of the sprues, which is a nice touch, even with the instruction booklet. And you'll notice the 2015 production date of the kit with some nice vehicle marking options. You have the old Soviet one here, and then of course a DDR, Deutsches Demokratische Republik, the old East German emblem there. And notice that MiG is doing some collaboration with TACOM, which I also thought was extremely interesting. So beautiful box art. It's the same picture all the way around. And what do we have on the inside of the box? Take off the lid. Now, I have, of course, taken the liberty to examine this kit before. Here we have painting and marking guide and instruction sheet. We have clear parts, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sprues with some rubber tires, so there's a lot to look at. So to save you guys some time during the review, I'm going to go ahead and open the plastic bags so that we can take a closer look at these parts. And you guys, of course, can let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the kit. And I think first, though, we're going to start with an examination of the instruction sheet. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's take a look at the instruction sheet. So one of the things that I like about TACOM, now this is my only my second TACOM kit, it's the presentation. It's just first class. So this is this thick cardboard-style paper. Special thanks to Mr. Ernst Beck for his help in this project. So I don't know who Mr. Beck is. It's just beautiful. The presentation of the instructions is amazing. It's like a spectacle opening the instructions. It's incredible. Of course, some safety call-outs here in the beginning. A beautiful sprue map over here on the left. Every part numbered, easy to see. It is a little small, but nothing a magnifying glass couldn't resolve for us old farts. And here we go with the assembly of the engine. And as per the call-out on the box front, there's a complete engine assembly in this kit. And you'll notice that this is very concise, very easy to follow. These are large and easy to read. And I don't think there's going to be any issues here at all. So the engine actually goes through step 8. That's quite a bit. Then we go into the transaxles from step 9 through 14. Once again, clearly illustrated. Very easy to follow. Radiator. Leaf springs for the back. This is going to be your main load springs. Drive shafts. This thing is just incredibly detailed. It's going to be a fun kit to build. More of the rear suspension. Cradle perhaps for a spare tire. Here we begin construction of the back deck, the bed of the truck. Fuel tanks, pressurized air cylinders. The detail on this thing is just exquisite, guys. I really just can't stress that enough. Yeah, that was definitely a spare tire holder. I was looking at that here. But as you can see, the instructions are very concise, very clearly illustrated. Let me zoom in just a bit so you can see this a little better, what I'm talking about. Just how beautiful these illustrations are. These are some of the best looking instructions I've seen so far in a kit, and I think they're wonderful. Goes through step 35 as the completion of the build. So there's quite a few steps, but it doesn't look difficult to follow. Now, the MIG collaboration on this project with Takom, there's 2 full-color plates in a relatively thin paper. Let me zoom back out. That show the color and marking options. These are the DDR vehicles. Now, this is a Soviet and DDR, and this is going to be in a simple modern Russian green scheme. You know, so monochromatic color. The next one are camo schemes. I'm not sure what nationality is this one, but it's a kind of a neat, almost NATO-style 3-tone camo. I don't recognize the national emblem. And then, of course, here is another Soviet one in the 2-color scheme. This is the same one that's depicted on the box art on the front of the box. All right, so there you got a taste for what the instructions are like. The beautiful color and marking guide, by the way, with MIG color callouts, ammo by MIG color callouts. There is one photo etch fret and what appears to be some toolboxes, tie-down straps, and maybe some bumper or anti-skid plating. Not sure where that goes. There's only one small decal sheet. There's not a lot of decals, of course. There's the DDR East German markings as well as the Soviet era markings, and then that one I'm not sure. I apologize, I don't know what the double cross looking thing is down at the bottom. And looks like a correction's been provided with the kit. This is for the installation of one of the transaxles on the vehicle. That's a nice touch, so they'll let us know if there had been any issues. Now there is a small clear parts sprue in this bag. This is the one sprue that I did not take out of the bags, and I didn't really think it was necessary. But I will say, guys, these are beautifully, wonderfully clear. No flaws in them, no lensing, no distortion effect at all. Absolutely beautiful looking clear plastic. So we've got headlight lenses and, of course, the glass for the cab on this sprue here as well. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and look at the plastic. This first sprue is the bed. These parts, guys, I want to say this, and it's going to seem like I'm a Takom fanboy. I'm not. I've never built a Takom kit. But I'm just talking about from the cursory examination. I cannot attest for fit. I have not built this model, nor do I know anyone that's built this model because it's a brand new release. But guys, I'm gonna tell you that the moldings and the detail is as good as I have seen on any plastic/styrene kit to date of all the kit reviews I've done. And as you guys know, I've done quite a few. But yeah, I mean, look at the just the detail on this thing. Let me zoom in so you can appreciate that. I mean, it's just perfect, just crisp. No flash in sight. Sink marks where, if there are any, or any ejector pin marks where they're not going to be a concern and they don't need to be filled. But there's some little tiny, these little pins or hooks or something. Those are awfully awfully fiddly. Those are going to be tricky taking off the sprue with a knife. Not sure what those are for. Tie-down hooks, maybe. There's a ton of them. All right, let's take a look at the next sprue. So what do we have in this next? We have, wow, the engine cooling fan, bits and pieces for the engine, hoses. Wow, these are beautiful. Tie rod ends, drive shafts, radiator housing, exhaust pipe, just all beautiful, crisp detail. I'm going to shut up and let you guys see that. It's just absolutely amazing. Watch this in full screen, by the way, and you're going to watch this in full HD to enjoy the detail. Completely crisp moldings. Just gorgeous. All right, the next sprue, we have the wheel hubs. And oh my goodness, they're amazing. Suspension, suspension springs. Some pieces I'm not quite sure of. Brake drums. You have to see these wheels, though. I gotta show you these wheels. What the detail looks like on the interior of these. I'm gonna zoom in for you. Oops. Look closely. The interior of these. Zoomed in a little too far, sorry. Look at the bolt detail in the inside of that thing. It's just amazing. It's got to be brake drums. It's just gorgeous. Next sprue. Running board. Wow, transmission housing. Sides of the engine. I don't know what kind of engine's in this thing. I presume it's a diesel engine. It might be a gasoline. Anybody who's an expert on the Kraz truck, please let me know. But these parts are just absolutely incredible. It's kind of hard to see with the reflection. You guys see some of the detail on these parts. Look at these, for example. That's your transmission housing. That's the back where the flywheel is. The parts and the molding is just first rate, guys. It's just super, super crisp. Wonderful. All right. Next sprue. Here we have, well, the inside of the cab, firewall, doors. Oh, these are just exquisite. Yeah, see this? Look at that. You see this part here? That looks to be some of the front grille. Let me turn that over for you. Look at the detailed texture on the inside of this. And there's not an ejector pin mark on it. Exquisite. Guys, no complaints here. These parts are about as good as it gets. Next sprue. We have the top of the cab. Actually see the emergency lights, headlight housing, steering wheel, obviously, duh. But if you can see the nice rib texture to the top of this cab, there's where the 3 indicator or emergency lights go on top of the cab. The dashboard is amazing. Look at that. You guys see that okay? That's incredible. And last but certainly not least here, this is the last sprue. It's a small one. We have fenders and hood. Some more of the cab parts. That's actually the front of the cab where the windows go out. The hood is just amazing. I love that very modern looking, kind of blocky look. Guys, like I said, these are some of the best looking plastic parts I've seen. I know it sounds like a little crazy, but you know, once again, just understand this is just from my cursory look at the kit, just for the purposes of the review. But I'm impressed, let me tell you. Now, this kit was not super cheap. I ordered this from an eBay dealer, and took me about 2-3 weeks to get it. It was about $50, $48 shipped. I paid a little less than that for it because it was in an auction. But I've not seen this kit for sale anywhere in the U.S. yet, but of course it will be very soon. I suspect this kit will go for $55 to $65 for sale in the U.S. just because it's a big kit, as you've seen, and the detail and the amount of plastic in this thing is just incredible. But that's it for me, guys. I'm out. Thanks for stopping by and watching the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the kit down below. Everybody take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.